Okay, we are back again, and we are ready to take things like Cor onto a new adventure. Thank you so much for all the comments and the tips, also in terms of how to progress forward in the game, because it is a long time ago that I've played it, and I'm glad to read that many of you have been playing it a lot since it came out. So I just need to get back into the habit of it. Obviously, we have to be more efficient with combat, and I think I should prioritize holding in the attack button. So I will just be saying thanks to those of you who came up with the following tips. First and foremost, combat, hold attack button down instead of just spamming it. So, and now I'm using this claymore that I'm probably not good at, even though we do have long blade. I think that is one of our skills. Yes, one of our major skills, so I think I'll be fine with it for now. And we did make fair progress killing, what was his name? Gilnith. This is interesting, the journal. I simply can't believe Gilnith's story, and even if it were true, it is no excuse for murder. Interesting. I had a thought about it, like in terms of Gilnith maybe attacking Processus and killing him out here on that peninsula where we found Processus' body. And there's something about it that made me think, like, he was wearing quite common clothes, Processus. Gilnith said that the Processus was bragging about his extravagance that he was achieving through basically extorting high taxes from the local populace of Seydanin. Maybe Gilnith's story wasn't correct, or maybe, I don't know, Processus probably had a casual wear day, so it could be a combination of things. Wait, thank you. Also, since this is the land of the Dunmer, we need to get a shock spell, or I prefer shock more than anything, but we need to have all three elements of destruction: fire, ice, and shock, because the Dunmer are naturally immune to fire, which is a really, really good point to acquire an alternative to a fire spell quite quickly. So that also explains why we struggled attacking Gilnith in the last episode. In the first episode, actually. Also, we have to remember to just talk to everyone. People do have interesting things to say. For instance, did you realize you could actually join the Imperial Legion here in this game? Which I just recalled the moment I pressed that dialogue option in this box. We have garrisons at Fort Pelagiad and I actually don't know yet how to pronounce Pelagiad until someone corrects us. Hawkmoth Fort in Ebonheart, Fort Moonmoth in Balmora, Fort Buckmoth in Aldrune, and Fort Darius in Nissis. Were you looking to join the Imperial Legion? And let's hear about it. All the garrisons are presently at full strength, except perhaps the Death's Head Legion at Fort Darius in the West Gash near the village of Nissis. If you're interested, you'll have to talk to General Darius there. Interesting. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Latest rumor? Oh, my son was recently shipped up to Fort Frostmoth on the island of Solstheim. I don't know what he did to deserve that, but it couldn't have been good. So, Solstheim, so this is activating the DLC Blood Moon, which is, I think, the last of the DLCs to be released for Morrowind, and it's quite good. We're ages away from even trying that out. Little advice: I've never seen a successful adventurer who didn't carry a couple of divine intervention scrolls with him on long expeditions. 2 reasons: emergency exit, and it lets you move a lot more loot than you can carry on foot, and faster goes without saying. That is a good tip. A little secret: don't carry those cheap armorer's hammers around with you. Hammers are dead weight. Buy them and use them on the spot. If you are a short blade specialist and you like to travel light, it is often cheaper to own and carry backup weapons. That is an excellent choice as well, because that's something that I would just carry around. I honestly would. So let's ask him about Solstheim, but we're not going to be exploring the place anytime soon. And also, I think it was the last DLC Skyrim released as well that took place on Solstheim. So you actually get to explore Solstheim here in Morrowind 200 years before it appears in the game Skyrim. That's the frozen island up to the north, right? Sounds awful to me. If you're looking to get there, you might check for transportation in Cool. Okay, so, and apparently his son is up there, but he is an Imperial Guard. Let's go onwards, because I just want to do this last little thing in Seydanin. Someone was pointing out that Process's ring is still in our possession. Christ above. I kind of forgot. There we go. And rings don't look like rings here. I kind of remembered that now. We met Thavire the last time. She was mourning his death, and she asked us if we could return the ring to her when it was that we found it. So let's do that. You again, she asks. And we can say, yes, we are here about the murder of Processus Vitellius. I still can't believe he's gone. Anyways, we can present her with the ring. And she would be like, oh, you found the ring I gave him. Thank you so much, sings like Cor. It's good to have something to remember him by, though I'll never see him again. Here, take this. He usually traveled with a couple when he was doing his job, but he didn't this last time. If only he had. So we get 2 standard restore health potions, and we will bid Thavire.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
We'll bid Thavire farewell. Extremely tragic ending, of course, because it seemed like they were quite close. I think that's it. I know I could be walking around talking to a lot of different characters in Seydanin, and do you know, I will go and just have a chat with a few people here in Ariel's trade house, and then we'll be off to Balmora. The road is long. Okay, we have talked to... okay, it's real. If you want to live to a ripe old age, buy a weapon and as much armor as you can wear and still run from trouble. Oh, we've already had that, because he was mentioning Adamasatis, which is just nearby.
Speak, traveler.
Ooh, Tolvis. Okay, this is Seydanin, the swamp fever capital of the world. We've heard that before, so... Oh, latest rumors. My cousin claimed he saw a city in the water near Namok. He's a drunkard, though, and spends too much time in the sun. And where was it Namok is again? I remember there's a submerged shrine somewhere out in the water, but I don't know there's a city. Anyways, oh, that was the same one. Okay, little advice. Me, I can afford it. So I buy my bed and board here. But there's no harm in sleeping rough and eating what you can find. Anywhere outside of town, you can just lay down and take your rest. Provided there ain't no thieves or kaguti around. Oh, the kaguti. I remember those. I got killed so many times by them. I think I will also on this one here. I hope I'll try to protect things like Cor as much as possible from them, but they really hit hard, especially when you're low level. Anyways, but the guards don't like you sleeping in the streets. It annoys the gentry. Oh, wow. Okay. A little secret. If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. If someone doesn't attack you first, you're going to break the law if you attack him. It's I didn't remember this game was quite gendered. Even in the intro, it was also quite gendered. Anyways. My trade. I am a commoner. I do whatever needs doing. Cooking, cleaning, building, baking, making, breaking. And by your accent, I can tell you are an outlander. Since you are new to these parts, perhaps you'd like me to share a little local lore. Yeah, sure. And also services. Get food and sundries from Ariel's trade house. That's where you'll find anyone who offers training. Not much else in the way of services in this damp little squat. Okay, someone in particular. The Aldma Ariel runs Ariel's trade house. Sokosho Zigala is the chief agent at the Census and Excise offices. Okay, specific place. There's not much here. We have Ariel's trade house, the Census and Excise offices. That's the Coast Guard too. And a lighthouse. And that's it. Siltstrider service goes to Vivek, Balmora, Nissis, and Suran. The road goes north past Pelagiad to Balmora and east to Vivek and southeast to Ebenhard. Goodbye, Tolvis. Thank you for the advice. And we have already talked to...
You like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
That's always a good line. You were supposed to find Fargath's hiding place. Were you able to? No, Christ. Okay. You found his hiding place. That's great. Tell you what, I'll give you 100 gold, and you can keep anything else what you found in there. Thanks for your help. This is so interesting, because I didn't take anything from the tree stump and still we're being punished. So since we found it, your man has still taken money from our inventory. Okay, I'm actually just gonna load. So I've just reloaded because I realized when you press this, you are actually just giving him whatever you have on yourself in terms of golds. So we're not going to be, even though it is very tempting to just click it, you know, but anyways, we've already tried that. Oh, and he's part of the Imperial Legion for some odd reason, and here he is. Talk about corruption. We have garrisons at Fort Pelagiad in Pelagiad. Hawkmoth, that's the thing. Join the Imperial, that's the same thing that the Imperial Guard told us earlier. And
like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
Oh, Raflut the Braggart. Okay, you're new to Seydanine, right? I'm Raflut the Braggart. I'm sure you have questions. Go ahead. Ask. I have plenty of time. Okay. Seydanine. Most visitors from the Empire make landfall at the port of Seydanine, where they are processed by the Imperial Census and Excise Commission agents of the Coast Guard Station. Interesting. What kind of training does he offer? Longblade. Training at this point in the game, I'd probably just wait a little bit just because it is quite expensive, but when we get to Balmora, it'll definitely be more relevant. But it's good to know that we have someone who can teach us or can train us in Longblade here in Seydanine, that Raflut is able to do so. That's a good one. I'm Raflut the Braggart. I do a little of this, a little of that. Okay. And he also talks about Solstheim here, so let's go forward. Little advice. The elite of Morrowind may not have all the armor and equipment you need as an adventurer, but don't overlook precious stones or fine jewelry and clothing. To the right merchant, these items can be worth more and be more easy to carry than some heavy iron armor. Seems like Cor does like fine clothing, so we can probably relate a bit to that. A little secret. Always carry a jug of Sujamma with you. That burst of strength and the ability to penetrate armor and deal serious damage will give you the one-time punch to face an opponent you normally can't handle. Okay, we'll get some Sujamma then. Morrowind is the northeast province of the Tamrielic Empire, bounded on the north and east by the ocean, on the west by Skyrim, on the southwest by Cyrodiil, also known as the Imperial Province, and on the south by Blackmarsh, also known as Argonia. Let's see. Oh yeah, Silt Striders. Let's get a reintroduction to those. Silt Striders carry passengers and cargo between settlements on Vvardenfell. Fares depend on the distance to be traveled. Silt Striders are giant insects. A compartment for passengers and cargo is hollowed from the creature's shell. The driver directs the beast by directly manipulating exposed organs and tissues. This is so creative, I love this. Silt Striders travel between Aldrune, Balmora, Seydanine, Suran, Nissis, Molagmar, Margon, and North Landing near Vivec. Okay, my voice is going to change a lot trying to read out these characters, so maybe I should just do it in my normal voice. And he also talks about Solstheim, the frozen island to the north. Someone in particular, and this is the same information we've already gotten, and Vvardenfell. Oh yeah, so again, for those of you who are new to the game, Vvardenfell is the island inside Morrowind. So Morrowind is the province, but the very island in the middle is called Vvardenfell, which we are on. We can't visit all of Morrowind, even though I think there's a mod that is, maybe there are a few mods that have recreated mainland Morrowind and tied it all together, or at least huge chunks of it. Well, only recently open to settlement and trade, most of Vvardenfell's population is confined to the relatively hospitable west and southwest coast, centered around the ancient city of Vivec, and the old Great House district centers at Balmora, Aldrune, and Satrith Mora. Okay, so we've got 3 more patrons, unless there is a third floor.
Speak, traveler.
It'd be second floor. Actually, it'd be second floor. Okay, Tandrum and Dalin. Welcome to Seydanine, stranger. Is there some specific place you're looking for? This is the same information as before. Oh, he's a bard. I am Tandrum and Dalin. Bard. I like that. Latest rumor, here's a new one. Have you noticed, for all its proclamations about protecting the rights of property and preserving law and order, the Imperial Legion does little enough to capture and prosecute abolitionists? That is quite hypocritical, don't you think? Interesting. Mental note. Little secret. Ooh, Daedra. You know what they are, right? Well, Daedric shrines are where Daedra cults worship Daedra. Bad people who summon bad Daedra, stay away from them. Why? Because Daedra are nasty, and the folks that worship them are even nastier. I love this because before Oblivion came out and there was a whole invasion of the Imperial province of Cyrodiil and of the entirety of Tamriel, there's a bit of mystique around them. I remember playing it a long time ago and just feeling like, oh, who are these Daedra? And then meeting them and just getting slapped, like just defeated by them so many times. I got to appreciate them and respect them. We get to hear more about what he does. I'm a bard. As an entertainer, I share songs and stories with patrons and peasants. As a scholar, I traveled the world, speaking with people and learning the lessons of history and human nature. He sounds a bit like Cor. That's interesting. Well, anyways, and because a good bard must experience adventure at first hand in order to present its drama effectively, I have learned to defend myself with the noble tools of medium armor and long blade, and have mastered minor mysteries of alchemy, enchantment, and illusion. Does he actually? No, he does not provide training. I love this. That's nice to kind of hear more about what he does and how he sees the world. We've gone through this, we've gone through that, and we've gone through this. Okay, so let's see. Albatius Cololius.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, hello, things like Cor. I'm Albatius Cololius. This is Seydanine, swamp fever capital of the world. Oh, we have already had that introduction before, but let's ask him about services. Latest rumor. Oh, did you hear that some fool lost Mentor's ring in a tomb along the Bitter Coast, or so they say? Oh, okay. This is one of the things that Morrowind does so well. You can get a comment like this, and I'm sure the Mentor's ring is somewhere out there, but it's only when you actually go exploring the numerous caves and tombs along the coast that you'll actually be able to find some of these, these artifacts, like an artifact like that. I don't know if we're ever going to find it, but it's nice to know that it's out there regardless of it. Little advice? Okay. Oh, this seems useful. New in Morrowind, eh? Well, the natives are not very friendly. They still resent the Empire, and they look down on the other races. They don't like Outlander Dunmer very much either. If you aren't Dunmer and native born, you're an Outlander, just like the rest of us. I played Dunmer with my first character, and I wasn't very well liked throughout the entirety of the game anyway, so... Ooh, I'm a battle mage. Though arrayed as a western knight with heavy armor, axes, and long blades, my primary training is in the College of Alteration, the College of Destruction, and the College of Conjuration. To round out my education, I have mastered enchantments and alchemy. Potions made through alchemy or purchased from alchemists grant me the magics of restoration, mysticism, and illusion colleges. And can there be any more terrible master of the science of war than a battle mage? I think not. Wow. This is very sure of what he does and what he can do. Right. That is it. The road goes... No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it in my normal voice. The road goes north past Pelagiad to Balmora, and east to Vivec, and southeast to Ebonheart. Great.
If I ever see that elf, he's in so much trouble.
Let's talk to Alone for a moment. Go ahead. You're not interrupting anything. I am Alone Scout. You need directions? Pelagiad, Balmora, Caldera, Ebonheart, Vivec. Oh, she does training. You must have been misinformed. I do not offer services to the public. Interesting. Okay. So she must be part of a faction, because I remember that usually is closed when it is faction specific. That training is offered, basically. Ah, interesting. I am Alone, scout and journeyman of the Blades, and she's open about being with the Blades. This is great information, because if you remember in Skyrim, it's basically a death sentence if you are outed as a blade, and here she is openly declaring herself to be part of the faction. That is interesting. Okay, great. Let's ask her about Balmora. Oh! Balmora is the district seat of House Lalu and the largest settlement on Vvardenfell after Vivec City. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing through Fort Pelagiad and Pelagiad Village. From Balmora, roads lead north to Aldrune through the town of Caldera. Maybe I'd better write down the directions to Balmora for you. It's a long walk and a little confusing. Thank you so much, Alone. She's been extremely helpful. Let's ask about Ebonheart. Ebonheart is south on the road from Pelagiad, built on the western shore of the water-founted city of Vivec. Ebonheart is the seat of the imperial government for Vvardenfell district. Yeah. And a busy center of maritime trade. Castle Ebonheart is the home of Duke Vidam Dren, the district ruler and emperor's representative. Also located at Castle Ebonheart are the Vvardenfell District Council chambers and the Hawk Moth Legion garrison. That's interesting, it's spelled as 2 words here compared to as 1 previously. The East Empire Company has its headquarters in Ebonheart. This makes me want to go to Ebonheart and actually just discover how the Empire is managing this place, despite the hostility of the Dunmer and the confusing geography. There's huge political tension between the different houses. So there are houses which are these factions that also rule certain aspects of the Dunmer society here in Vvardenfell. And Lalu, for instance, which she was talking about. And I think we'll join Lalu, but I'd also like to explore Tilvani, especially as an Argonian. Some of you were actually mentioning that. Anyways, deviating. Latest rumors. At first it seemed the fuss about the Nerevarine prophecy was just silly superstition. Then I learned that the Dunmer have been waiting for Lord Nerevar to come back for centuries. The Incarnate, they call it. Every few years an Ashlander appears, and the tribes call him the Incarnate. Then the temple goes out, hunts him down, and reveals him as a fake. Why does the temple worry so much about it? Yeah, why do they? A little advice. You'll be looking for better armor and a decent weapon. Let me make a suggestion. A lot of people out there are wearing very nice armor and carrying very nice weapons. You don't want to go taking those things from honest citizens, because you'll end up doing hard labor. But if you happen to find some outlaws wearing nice armor and carrying nice weapons, well, and then the bailiffs don't worry at all if you knock them over the head and take their stuff. That is a good advice, though it'll probably come as a natural effect of us just trying to, exploring. Okay, little secret. How do you recognize a Daedric shrine? Well, they've got long, funny names like Ashunabibi and Zentiraris. Some are well-known sites like Alsota and Balfell, and stone and architecture is unmistakable. Big, dark, grey-green stone ruins, funny angles, funny markings, and patterns on the stone. Weird oval, crooked doors, and inside, all funny angles. I like that description. Morrowind, my trade. Ooh, so a bit about Alone. I'm a scout. I know places, people, plants, paths, wind, and weather. I serve as guide for travelers and traders, and work as advance guard and pathfinder for expeditions. I know the geography of Vvardenfell and the various geographic regions. My best defense is stealth, sneaking past trouble, but I can fight bow or blade in various armor styles when the job requires it. Why can't we have her as a follower? Like, I know she's probably working here, but as a scout, I don't know why she's standing by the counter. But it would be amazing if you could actually just say, hey, here's, we'd probably have to save up for it because we can't. But I'm going to ask her about the geography of Vvardenfell. Vvardenfell was only recently open to settlement and trade. Most of the island's population is in the southwest, centered on the ancient city of Vivec, and the old Great House district centers at Balmora, Aldrune, and Satrath Mora. Okay, and what about the geographic regions? Well, Vvardenfell has 9 regions, each with their own plants and terrain. They're called the Ascadian Islands, the Ashlands, Azores Coast, the Bitter Coast, the Gracelands, Molagamore, Red Mountain, West Gash, and Sheergorad. Sheergorad. Sheergorad is largely hostile and uninhabited, with 2 small villages at Aldredania and Dagonfell. Okay. Christ, we're learning a lot from her. By the gods, we're learning a lot from her. Vivec City. Vivec City is south on the road from Pelagiad. Vivec is the largest settlement on Vardenfell and one of the largest cities in the east, built on Norvain Bay, completely surrounded by water. The city itself is a group of giant town-sized buildings called cantons. The High Fane and the Palace of Vivec are visited by hundreds of tourists and pilgrims daily. Outlanders mostly confine themselves in the foreign canton, while natives live, work and shop in the great house compounds and residential cantons. Yes. We'll get to Vivec at some point. It is very overstimulating. Okay. We have explored, or we've talked to most characters in here in Ariel's trade house, and I think it's time for us to head up to Balmora. And I'm noticing a bit of a frame rate drop. I hope it won't be too bad when we get moving. And I forgot that there are road signs in this game. Okay, so we can follow the signs to Laoed and Namok. And obviously we have a road sign here to Seydanin, where we just came from. So, the adventure begins. We've got a lovely little walk here in the company of each other, and of course, of things like Cor. He's considering taking the Silstrider, but I think actually just for the sake of good old-fashioned exploration that we'll walk, because we'll find some crazy things. This is Adamasatis, and let's actually just... before we might be doing a night walk, and I do love the fungi. Luminous Rusula. Let's just loot, because we can always use whatever comes out of those. So there are a few things in there. I'm not sure I'll be able to survive it, but there's loot, and we're going to need a little bit of money.
No escape!
Oi! Okay. Right. I remember getting over-encumbered quite quickly in this game, so I will be conservative with just trying to not be doing too much. Okay. Let's go. Things like Cor is ready to rumble. I think it will actually be... we can't rest while there are enemies around. Oh yes, that's right. They have slave pens here. Now we're definitely going to be doing something. Oh Christ. Okay. Yes, I would like to load. Okay, it is on. Oi. Oh. Okay, that is early. Anyways, let's go for it. So I remember this being like an attack from the Dark Brotherhood and the beginning of the Tribunal quest. And the Tribunal is one of the DLCs for Morrowind, and quite an amazing one, I remember, because you get to visit the city of Mournhold, city of light, city of magic, which all the guards say constantly there. It is quite a cool city, and I remember vividly that Jesus, seems like Cor should be proud of himself. He actually just avoided an attempt on his life. Sorry, I'm just a bit taken aback by the fact that we were able to defeat him. An attempt was made on my life as I tried to rest. I do not know who wishes me dead, but the attack should probably be reported to a guard. Healing, we'll just heal a bit, yeah. And maybe we'll go back to a guard and just let them know that, hey, someone tried to kill us. Which obviously would be everyday life here on Vattenfell, but I think it's something that this seemed a bit out of the ordinary, so things like Cor is going to take it up with the local guard just to hear. The person was dressed quite strangely, so I think...
Let's hear.
Oh, thank you. You say you've been attacked by assassins? From your description, it sounds like the work of the Dark Brotherhood. I'm not sure who you angered, but stay away from me. I suppose this should be officially reported, though. Speak to Appels Matthias in Eppenhardt about this matter. Okay, Dark Brotherhood. Scum. All of them. If they're after you, friend, you better find yourself some help. Or write a will. Or both. Okay, that's very unhelpful for the local authority to be acting in this way. But sure, look. Appels Matthias. He's recently arrived from Cyrodiil. You'll probably find him inspecting the grounds at Eppenhardt. Amazing. Okay, fantastic. Oh, can you actually sell things to traders during night? So let's go in and barter. Just because I was thinking of selling, the armor rating is probably better than, yeah, the armor rating of the Dark Brotherhood outfit is better than what we're wearing, and I think we can wear that. The only thing is that sometimes when you do wear outfits from a certain faction, you will actually have people reacting against that. As far as I remember, you might correct me on this out there if it is that it isn't, but Script Jelly, Scuttle, Violet Coprinus, and Hound Meat. We've got a lot of different things here that we probably could sell, but ooh, I think we've got some, yeah, do you know what? We've got some things to settle there in Adamasatis, and I think it would be appropriate for us to just pack ourselves up. But I just want to see, okay, I'm just gonna save before I do this. Things like Core, there we go. Okay, so I just want to see how, oh, beast races can't wear helmets, that's it, yeah. Ah, Christ, this world is cruel to Argonians. And we can wear boots, of course, as well. So that settles it. So let's see. No one is reacting.
What assistance do you need?
Ooh.
Let's hear.
Perfect. You can't see it actually also, so I think it makes sense that we're not mistaken as a Dark Brotherhood agent, because we've got the extravagant robe. I think it is called, yes, the extravagant robe on top of everything. Let's go back in. Incredible Dark Brotherhood agent. So that will take us through the Tribunal DLC, and thus we will also wait with going to Eppenhardt to report what we've experienced, of course. So now let's go in and free the slaves, because this is what Things Like Cor is the moment where Things Like Cor realizes why he has arrived to Vattenfell, or why he thinks he has arrived to Vattenfell. There we go. Okay. We are going to get killed by that mage quite quickly, so I think, yeah, okay. We're just gonna go outside, take a rest. And this is, oh, you have to remember, Tanisi Verethi. The bandits are named in this game. Like, some of them are, most of them are, the ones that I remember encountering, at least in my youth. Oh! Oh, there's another one! And he's stuck. Ah, interesting. So we probably have to go and accept that quest to just avoid Dark Brotherhood agents attacking us. Though it's an excellent way to level up. And we can't get him because he's stuck under that. Okay, we were out here to heal. So let's get that done. and flee before we're getting attacked one more time. Okay. We can do this. Come on, things like Cor. Let's do this. So there's a mage down there, and oh, should I get help from the ancient ancestral ghost? If it is that we can. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Whoa. Okay, 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 okay. Oi! I actually thought, for a moment I was like, we're not going to be able to do this. We're quick. Thanks to the ancestral ghost as well. Who wouldn't want to have one of those in their company? Let's go actually before it... Ooh! She's got throwing stars! Oh, I remember those. But... Come on, yes! Ooh, you're so good. This is going so well. I also think things like Cor is really starting to believe in himself. Like, for a while I think he was probably anticipating getting murdered. Oh, we've got throwing stars now. Oh, this... So we are going... What we will do is... Horse. Can we carry that? Barely. We'll just see if there is something else of interest around. And of course we can heal in here. Perfect. Adam Assassin's slave key used to open lock. Let's see what's down here. Okay. There are secrets to be found here. Standard rising force potion. And there's a skull. Okay, what does actually happen if we just remain underwater? Okay, we do lose health. Oh, wow. Ah, we just have it as a water breathing spell. Okay, fair enough. I thought that that was just like a constant effect that Argonians had. But no, we need it as a spell. Which is fine, because it shouldn't get too easy. But I still feel that life is... Whoa, what is that? Oh. Oh, rascal. No. Cur. There we go. Ooh. That rat had a lot of health. Well done, things like Cor. We are getting there. Poor soul who came into this cave. Just had to... Ooh. Only to be left alone in this darkness. Sad way to go. But we will honor their memory. The fungi are growing right where a person died. There's something about Death Bell, I think, in Skyrim as well, or Nightshade is it, that grows where it is that a corpse has laid. I think there's also in Oblivion. Is it the red mushrooms, or the mushrooms inside the caves that are also, they mark where it is that someone has fallen, or that death has occurred. Was that everyone? I think we have single-handedly defeated most of the inhabitants out here. So now this is the moment where things like Cor, of course, not only gets a bit emotional, but he also realizes he's heard about the slave trade. He's heard about the terrible tyranny that the Dunmer are imposing on the beast folk, because they do look down at them and see them as less than human. So he's happy to be going in and saying,
Want something?
"Do you have the key to these bracers? Will you let me go free?" "We will." "You have the key. Will you let me go free? Unlock the slaves' bracers." Ah, yes, Badargo is free. You are a good friend of Badargo. Goodbye, Badargo. And Banals, do you have the key to these bracers? Will you let me go free? You have the key. Will you let me go free? And we'll be like, yes, Banals, we'll let you go free. And we'll unlock his bracers. Yes, now I am free. Thank you, sings like Cor. Go well.
This is an honor for me.
Your turn to talk, ours to listen.
Ah, Okav. Do you have the key to these bracers? Will you let me go free? Okav asks. And we said, yes, we will let you go free. Yes, now I am free. Thank you, sings like Cor. We'd imagine things like Cor will be telling these individuals to make safe way down to somewhere, maybe even the Census and Excise office. We could even be speculating that maybe things like Cor will be approaching Zacosius about it and be like, no, these needs to be ensured safe passage to Cyrodiil. He wants there to be a happy ending to it all, but he's spurred by the moment. So this is where things like Cor realizes there's something I have to do in this world, and I have to lead the slave rebellion, which we will get to eventually. And maybe that even involves infiltrating the very center of Dunmer society. Who knows? Who knows? Because keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It's a horrible saying, but I think things like Cor sees that the only way to work on the issues present is to work on them from within. No, anyways. So, Balmora, and I love this. And even there you can see there's something out in the distance, and this is where I'm just gonna zoom in there. There's something happening over there. There's a bridge or something. It means that there are all these little islands around the place that you can then go and visit, and obviously we would love to do that, but we do have business to do, so let's head onwards to Balmora. Since this is a volcanic island, I'd imagine some of these kind of vertical rock formations could potentially be basalt pillars. So if there's been a lake of lava here, which would have been the height of these pillars, or the depth of how high these pillars are, that would have then cooled and solidified as rock. And what would have happened then is that when they shrink, they create these hexagonal structures. Okay, let's focus on killing the Kwame Forager. We actually see these kind of vertical rock structures all across the island. Seems like Cor has a friend who is a volcanologist at the Arcane University, so he's obviously thinking about the long conversations he had with him drinking Tamaka wine in the Elven Garden district. Black anther plants. Interesting. And the mushroom trees. And we've got Pelagiad here on the other side, which looks extremely imperial in its appearance. Ooh, what's down here? Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but there's always something to see. Ah, a guar. I made a video once about the white guar, which is this fabled animal that you see in okay, until healed. Let's do this. Some of the guars are hostile, so I don't want to potentially piss it off. Peculiar creatures, very like quite a radical design. The head of a chameleon, and still has this dinosaur look to it, and for some odd reason it's standing here overlooking the water. I actually never was here. Maybe there's something to behold. No. Nothing. It's probably just drinking water. A nice creature nonetheless. Seems to like things like Cor. He's not attacking, he's not hostile. Oh, he seems to He's showing some kind of... There's sort of a friendly gesture. That is nice. Cute animal. Let's head onwards. Upwards and onwards. I may have to... I'm not going to do it now, but the frame rate seems to be lacking. Just jumping a bit sometimes from time to time. Maybe I should just go through the MGE settings again, but I'm not going to do it on this playthrough. I'm going to do it on the next one. Gold Canet Flower and Stone Flower. Oh, they are incredible. Nice. Oh, I really want to go in. I just know that there's something to be discovered inside Pelagiad. Our path will lead us to Pelagiad at some point. We don't need to do that now. Unless, I do remember there was a charming highwayman. And one of you mentioned him as well. Oh, yes! Or maybe, is that... No, that's the lady. Ah, interesting.
Tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Marie or mine, and I do like her outfit. Beg your pardon? Okay, I'm gonna do my best received pronunciation British accent, but like, that's what I'm getting from this vibe. Beg your pardon, have you seen a bandit nearby? I must find him. A bandit? Yes, I was just walking along here, minding my own business. Suddenly a bandit jumped at me from behind. He was a dark elf, a strong, dashing dark elf. He didn't harm me in any way, although he did take my jewels. He was quite gentle, and he talked to me for what seems like forever. What's that? Oh, never mind the jewels. I just want to find the bandit again. He was charming and funny, and I simply must see him again. His name? Nelos Anmar? A name that will stay on my lips for eternity. Perhaps you can find him for me. Please, I cannot live without knowing if he could ever love me. I have nothing to offer you in return, but could you not help me for the sake of love? Okay, and sings like chorus, like, I'll try and find this man, if only for love's sake. You'll try? Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll be able to find him. He mentioned something about going to head north, so I imagine he might be found in Pelagiad. Please, if you find him, give him this glove for me as a token of my love. I'm certain he'll want to find me again. I butchered it, definitely, but I just couldn't. Sorry to anyone who is from the UK and just has to listen to that. Okay, so I've agreed to try and find the bandit Nelos Anmar and to deliver the glove of this young Breton woman. She believes he's in Pelagiad, so perhaps I can find more about him there. I fear for her heart, for these outlaws care nothing for others, only for the beauty they can obtain. Okay, only for the booty they can obtain. Oh, this is lovely. Right, in vanilla Morrowind, you could only see like 500 meters ahead, but I'm actually happy that I can see the full landscape here. Sorry to you who enjoyed the original kind of foggy landscape of Morrowind. It had its allure, but I'm definitely more into this. Boy, there we go. And let's just until healed, and there's nothing attacking us. Like a little walk by the lakes doesn't hurt, does it? This is gorgeous. Well, it does hurt if you stumble upon a mud crab, of course, or walk into the water and... Like even there you can kind of see a slaughterfish just... Oh, they're rapid. They're vicious creatures. We're not getting into the water, just not yet. Not any open waters, no. Let's go on this mission in the name of love, for the sake of love. I do like that. I'm just gonna increase the field of view while we're outside and really open up the vista of the world. There's a Nord guy standing here in the middle.
you?
Kuntar. Welcome, Outlander. Okay, not gonna do that. Welcome, Outlander. What brings you to Pelagiad? Can I help you find a specific place? Pelagiad is a small place. Just the halfway trade house, a couple of merchants, a few colonists, and Fort Pelagiad. Most of us are Outlanders, colonists from the Empire, adventurers looking for our fortunes. To the west of town, roads lead southwest to Seydenine, south to Ebonheart, southeast through the Ascadian Isles to Vivec, and north to Balmora. We have no travel services, but walking is a good exercise. It is indeed. Background, barbarian, of course. Latest rumors. This is such a far cry away from what you find in Skyrim, but I love it. The Legion in Nisses is orcs, mostly, but word is that they're recruiting for anyone over there. Interesting, the Legion in Nisses is orcs. Okay, we'll have to just go and explore that, because that's... Oh, I don't remember that. Interesting. Little advice. Thinking of setting yourself up as a mercenary or questing hero? Not much call for that around here. Rats and the occasional bandit are our only problems. Oh, sorry to hear. Little advice. Okay, that's the one we've already gotten. My trade, okay. I'm a barbarian and proud of it. I like the wilderness and know how to live comfortably off the land. I know the various creatures of the wild, how to hunt them, what bits are good to eat and what bits the city folk will pay for. I know weapons and armor and how to stay healthy so I can play soldier for pay, but I hate taking orders, so I rather live by hunting. It's quite a noble existence. He does, like, I can't read this without thinking of my friend Dan, who played a Nord character in one of my videos, bare-chested as well. Nellis Onmar. Okay, so we can ask about the highwayman that has stolen the Breton woman's heart. Nellis Onmar. I've seen him around here. Quiet man, keeps to himself. Not too sure what he does, actually. Other folks might know him more than I do, though. Might check in the tavern. They get all sorts of folks there. Okay, so our roads have led us to Pelagiad, regardless of it. I knew there was something interesting here. This looks like a tavern. Look at that. All the vine leaves and everything. So, yes, halfway tavern. Nice. A little bit of a respite from all the hostility of the outdoors. Yakum.
Where is that slave?
Hershashishi. I think that is how you say his name. You understand me a bit, yes? Hello, things like Cor. Yakum greet you. Bless and be blessed. Speak Old Elf. Yes, so Yakum learn. You know Ashlanders. Yes, a little? Yakum is Ashlander. And then a more eloquently put description of Ashlanders here. Okay. We are the people of the wastes. We hunt and herd guar. We live the law and honor the ancestors. No houses, just yurts. I was a herder, but now I want to become rich, like a great trader. I will live in a town, fight, find treasure, get rich, learn to trade. The soul sickness and blight storms are very bad now in the Ashlands, so I came to Pelagiad. Now I live in a big house and work for men who pay gold. Okay, soul sickness. There's bad magic in the dust from Red Mountain. The Sharmet Dakarthur sends bad dreams in the dust. The people can't sleep, act crazy. When the blight storms come, soul sickness comes. Both work together. When I lived in the Ashlands, I got no sleep, had bad dreams, was all the time tired. Now I'm here in Pelagiad. I sleep fine. Okay, the blight storms. Interesting, huh? There's bad magic in the dust from Red Mountain. the grass dies, the Kwama and Gwar go mad, bite and fight. These are very hard times for the tribes, so the tribes go raiding. Here, there is no blight, and I live in big house and get rich and soft, like a fat trader. Okay. Background. I'm Yakum Hershashishi. Rogue. Interesting. So, latest rumors. A rumor says the Emperor has repealed the war tax. We've heard nothing official here, but it's about damn time. We haven't had a war in 10 years. Little advice. Thinking of setting yourself up as a mercenary or questing hero. Oh, we've already had that one. Little advice. We've already had that one. And his trade. I am a lovable rogue. No, different voice. I'm a lovable rogue, a silver-tongued devil with a taste for the better things in life. But lovable as I am, some people get upset with me, and so I must fight, purely in self-defense, you understand. I like light armor and short blades for self-defense. Heavy armor and heavy weapons just tire you out. But I train with various different weapon types and armor types, so I can improvise when the situation demands it. Does he offer training? No, it does not. But that's fine. He sounds like an interesting person. Specific place. Pelagiad is a small place. Just a halfway trade house, a couple of merchants, a few colonists, and Fort Pelagiad. Most of us are outlanders, colonists from the Empire, adventurers looking for our fortunes. That's definitely not Yakum. Obviously he's looking for his fortunes, but he's not an outlander. He is, as well, if there's a term, he's an ashlander for sure. To the west of town, roads lead, so we already know those things. That's walking is a good exercise. Yes, okay, cool.
Why have you come to Pelagiad?
Why have we come to Pelagiad? Okay, I did pronounce it correctly. Fantastic. We can walk in here, we don't have to run. Samia. What brings you to Pelagiad? Can I help you find a specific place? The Empire built a little fort here to guard the roads between Vivec, Sedanin, Balmora, and points north. And then some veterans took their mustering out pay and built themselves some little farms here. And pretty soon there's a few shops and a trade house. It's a pleasant little village. If you didn't know better, you'd think you were in Daggerfall or some other High Rock town. Ah, so it's in High Rock Breton architecture, not Imperial architecture. Interesting. And of course with Imperial garrisons next to. Interesting. Okay. So, background, latest rumors. And how do you think it was that bloated Imperial plutocrats got the charter to exploit the Caldera ebony deposits and not a native great house or local colonist? Big fat bribes, I tell you, and friends in high places. Ah, interesting. Looking for work? Not much around here. Better head to one of the towns to the north, Balmora and Alrune. Try the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. Or head for the big city, Vivec, to the east. Her trade. I'm a sorcerer. Through my mastery of special disciplines of the College of Conjuration and my private studies of the outer realms and their powers and principalities, I have learned to summon and command their denizens to do my bidding. I do these things for coin or to suit my own interests. I also am an enchanter, enchanting items for my own use and for the use of others. My skill with enchantments also makes me more efficient in using enchanted items that I collect on my research expeditions. Oh, this is perfect. It's nice for things like Cor to see that there are other scholars around in this place who are wildly interesting in their studies and also who are wildly ambitious and passionate about their studies. Okay. Angoril of Volkelvgard is the boss of Fort Pelagiad. Dralasa Ramothran is the publican of the halfway trade house. No one else important I can think of. And if you're looking for someone in jail, you need to look in the fort, of course. Specific place, yes, that's what we already.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
No worries. Okay.
Pelagiad
Oh.
has no words for you.
Anasi, are you sure? Anasi, that name seems so familiar. What is she part of? Okay, I'm gonna talk to her. Anasi listens, Anasi hears. Background? Anasi does nothing important. Oh, my trade. Anasi is a monk in mind and spirit. Anasi is a student of the hidden mysteries of the unseen world. In body, Anasi is a student of the ancient martial arts, the Reign of Sand style of home. When Anasi must defend herself, Anasi prefers claw and close and wears no armor. Because what Anasi does not have, Anasi cannot lose. Wow, I love that philosophy. That is something that Sings Like Cor. Sings Like Cor is enlightened at this spot. What Sings Like Cor does not have, Sings Like Cor cannot lose. Brilliant. No, well, anyways, let's ask her about Nelson Mar. Is he in the tavern somewhere? Check over by the bar. Yeah, that's what she's already said. Okay. So, let's talk to... She is important in some faction or quest line. I just can't put my finger on which one it is. And no spoilers in the comments. If you know it, please don't say anything. Nellis Anmar. Hello, Sings Like Cor. I am Nellis Anmar, and this is the village of Pelagiad, a little piece of the empire right here in the heart of the Dunmer East. Are you looking for someone in particular? Well, let us tell him that we are. Oh, we've already had that one. I'm Nellis Anmar, a rogue about Dunmer. We are the dark-skinned, red-eyed elven people of Morrowind. The Westerners call us Dark Elves, but we prefer to call ourselves Dunmer. Latest rumor, and that's the same thing with the Imperial plutocrats. Little advice. Things are pretty tame hereabouts, but get off the roads and head northeast into the Bitter Coast, or northwest into the Bitter Coast, or northeast into the Ashlanders, and things get a lot more interesting in a hurry. Okay, so this is it. For the sake of love, here is Marie's glove. You have what? How odd. She was a lovely young woman, but what would she want with a rogue like me? She's beautiful, though, and seemed sweet. For the first time in my life, I actually felt a little remorse for robbing someone. I should see her again. Here, take this. Tell her you have a note from Nellis. I must see her again. I won't forget this, friend. Okay, so the glove has been removed, and we have received a note. Yes, just tell her you have a note from Nellis. I think she'll be happy with it. Okay. Do you know what? Let's go. Let's go and get this done. Actually, let's just see if there is more upstairs.
That was the strangest book I've ever read.
Speaking of reading, can we actually read this note from Nellis? Marie, truly I was enchanted with you from the moment I saw you. I beg your forgiveness for my past transgressions. Well, okay, sorry, I'm gonna do that a bit smoother. Truly, I was enchanted with you from the moment I saw you. I beg your forgiveness for my past transgressions. While I cannot imagine what a woman of your beauty and breeding would see in a rogue such as myself, or such as me, I thank the gods that you have sent for me. I will come to you as soon as I can. Until then, yours, Nellis. Okay. Whew, got a bit hot in here. Ladia Florogrius. New around here, huh? I am Ladia Florogrius. You're looking for someone in particular? Or some specific place? Or you're looking for some services? And this we have already had. Ooh, Mebestian Ensi, the Breton. He's a trader, deals in a bit of everything. Yulanil is a high elf and fair armorer. For Pelagiad has Imperial Legion services. Some people offer training, but you have to know the right people. And who are the right people? If you don't know, I can't tell you. And they say the Thieves Guild have some people in Pelagiad. But why would I know anything about that? Why would you? What if I ask you about training? Not a member? Too bad. Can't train you. Against the rules. I am Ladia Floragrius. I do a little of this and a little of that. Okay, I'd imagine that she is Thieves Guild as well. But again, if you are hearing this...
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
They really don't have time for things like Cor in this tavern, so let's move on. Okay, so we have to go and find that woman out in the wilderness. Let's see, who is this? Oi! Dralas Gilu. I don't believe I've seen an Argonian with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? What? Oh my god. Someone is... Okay, I am delighted beyond comprehension, but things like Cor is... This is just amazing. He's seen as the upper class socialite that he is, and, or, you know, intellectual as well. Fabulously dressed intellectual. So this is amazing. Great encounter. He didn't have much else to say, and all the other options were things we'd already gone through. But after just coming to terms with the fact that someone appreciated his splendor, things like Cor also kind of noted that there's also the backhanded side of the compliment, which is that it is not expected that Argonians can wear nice clothing here on Vattenfell, which kind of sinks into things like Cor at this point as like, wow, that is depressing actually to think about, and there is something cultural here to be changed. So, but for now, let's help these devoted lovers. There she is. And you can actually see a ruin there in the background. Nice. Okay. Let's go and have a word.
Well met. Greetings.
Greetings. Marie or mine? Okay. I know you can honestly turn down the volume if you don't want to listen to this. I'm just not doing this. I'm not doing this quest without also just... Oh, I just have to... I must find that bandit. I believe he's in Pelagiad. Perhaps he'll come back to find me, though. Okay, so we'll hand her the note from Nellis. He gave you a letter to give to me? Wonderful. Thank you so. I knew that he cared. You know, you didn't have to do all of this for me, and I really appreciate it. You're clearly a wonderful person. I should visit my friend Imuset Brack Shack. So how do you say shack? So it's a Brack. Anyone who is speaking French out there as their first language or is proficient at it, do provide a pronunciation for this. Imuset Brack in Telaroon. She's a wonderful person, and I think the two of you would get along famously. You know, it's been updated. Note from Nellis has been removed from your inventory. Goodbye. Okay, was that it? I have brought the note from Nellis Unmar back to Marie or mine. She seemed overwhelmed by its contents and is full of gratitude for my having delivered it. In return, she has suggested I visit her friend Imuset Brack in Tel Arun. She believes I would do well to meet this woman, and that we might enjoy one another's company. I've seen stranger things happen in the past few days. Close. Okay, great. So I think that's it. I don't think we need to go back to Nellis, and we can continue our journey. Oh, we're on the way to Balmora. Great. We're heading the right way. And it was, as someone else said, I was pointing over here as if Balmora was there, but it's actually further west than I anticipated. So let's go. We did something good there, I think. Yeah. No, definitely. And Marie was happy. And we are too. And things like Cor is as well. Beautiful. You can feel like the confidence of our Argonian hero here has really spiked. Like, he's gone from being trapped in the cargo hold of a ship to actually making a difference already now in the local area. So he is, of course, unaware of the grandeur of things to come, but we will go through it all. Heather and gold cannon flower. Oh yes, let's pick. We are just getting to a point where we're just almost running out of strength to carry all the belongings we have. Gorgeous. We can go into third person mode for a moment and probably just zoom in a bit. Okay, we need to probably consult with these. Malakmar, Suran. Oh, Suran, we need to go to Suran at some point. Oh, okay, so we have to go up here. Nice with these road signs. Sorry, I am just looking around because I am enthralled by it. Script. Balmora this way. Ah, so now we're inside the lahars of Red Mountain. The closer we get to, as you can see, there are these kind of, almost like canyons that flow out from the center of the mountain. So I speculate that, as it is there, I think I've seen somewhere that they're called lahars here in the game as well. So effectively these would be channels carved out by mud flows that would have cascaded down from the mountain during eruptions. So that might be the case here also. We just have to go this way. Oh, I just have to, just before we go, we have not been attacked by cliff racers yet, and obviously I could jinx that here, but just want to go and look at this ruin. Oh, the grandeur of it all. Some of you probably like, oh no, go in there, but just for the sake of, oh no, it's raining. Okay. Okay. I know that Argonians are probably used to the wetness of Black Marsh, but in this case seems like Cor is a bit more climatized to the warm Gold Coast near Andal, so he will want to seek shelter now, unfortunately. For those of you who crave an adventure right here now, no, we're going to go to Balmora and we'll try to find Caius Casadus. He's bound to be here somewhere. Moonmoth Legion Fort. I have a vague recollection that our path will take us through here in the immediate future, but I'm not sure. So I'd imagine, just this being a volcanic island, that the ground here could be quite fertile, and that is down to the presence of certain elements in the ground. A lot of calcium, sodium, potassium inside some of the products from the eruptions. Sorry, I know that. Oi, Balmora, here we are, the second largest city in Vadenfell. Not the largest, as I said by mistake in the previous video. Welcome. Thank you so much. Oh. Interesting. Council Club. Okay, so we're in Balmora. We have arrived on a rainy day and would like to seek shelter quite soon. Morrowind Vadenfell does have a warm climate overall, but okay, let me see if I can. It's not as confusing as I thought it would be. Report to Caius Casadus. My orders are to go to the town of Balmora in Vadenfell district and report to a man named Caius Casadus. To find out where he is, I should ask in Balmora at the corner club called Southwall. When I find Caius Casades, I must give him a package of documents and wait for further orders. Okay. Oh, a loan at Ariel's trade house gave me detailed directions to Balmora, which is very nice of her. But we have to find. So this is the council club. That's not exactly it. So I'd imagine that is down by the south wall. I do kind of remember where his house is, but do you know what? I'm gonna take you through it because this is things like Cor's adventure, and this is not mine. And it is big. Like, there's so many houses here. I remember I took a long time to actually find out where that Southwall Corner club is, because we are down by the south wall, but maybe that is a confusing term. Okay, let's ask. Dralosa Arten. Oh, she's also commenting, I don't believe I've seen an Argonian with such a grand outfit in some time. Okay, we won't take offense by it, so we'll be saying thank you. Okay, Southwall is a working class corner club in Balmora, east of Ode River, on the south end of Labour Street, owned by the Cor Canish. Council... Interesting. Okay. Nine Toes. Ah, his name is also familiar to me. Now we're getting up to the north wall, so I don't think we are supposed to be up here. So we'll just ask again. Balin Omavil. South wall. It's a working class corner club in Balmora, east of Ode River, on the south end of Labour Street. And we are Cor Canish, owner and proprietor of the south wall. Okay, that makes sense. What we just need to find now is the south wall corner club. Ah, yes, the Fighters Guild. There we go, they're here. Bookseller. Ooh! Seems like Cor couldn't stay away. Ah.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Dorisa Darvel. Hello, friend. I am Dorisa Darvel. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it. Or try, anyway. If it's just a little advice you'd like, that's fine too. Outlanders new in Vardenfell do best in Balmora. House Lalo is imperial through and through, and you get a good mix of native and imperial people and services. Not as friendly to Outlanders up north in House Redoran country, or down in Big Vivek City, and definitely not friendly out east with the Tilvani wizards. Shop the outfitters, then check out the guilds for work. If you want to be adopted by a great house, you'll find a patron, and that's easier when you've got a reputation. Lalo would definitely be the one for things like Cor to join up with. The only thing is, again, because there's something about our culture just in general. We really love narcissists. Oh, we can't rest here. So this is where I went wrong last time. I was trying to rest inside an urban area, which you're not allowed to do. So thus the option to wait until healed is not present. But there's something about our culture. We love the topic of narcissists. We love narcissists in that sense. We love like watching them and not spending time with them. We don't want narcissists in our circles, but following people who are full of themselves, or at least like have high ideas of themselves, you know, some idea of grandeur. And I think that may be also why some of the Tilvani mages and sorcerers, they appeal so much, because as I remember, they're deeply narcissistic and self-absorbed. So I think that's something that I'm just looking forward to tapping into. That's why I want to go back and do that. Let's ask him about the south wall. That's where the Thieves Guild scum hang out. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're definitely not in it now. Savor, nice to just
Make it quick, Outlander.
see where these people socialize. Oh, I love the beetle down here and the Oblivion symbols next to. Okay, so now that we've discovered a good part of the map, let's try and see here. Revere. It is true, there's a lot of... There's even beast folk here who own... Oh, there it is. Okay. Who own businesses, which is a good thing. Heck, those slaves that we found in Adamasatis, we might as well just have sent them over here. Oh, lovely. I am so sorry if I walked past this earlier and some of you were screaming, it's right there, it's right there. But yeah, distractions. Okay, Sotilde.
What say you?
Hello friend, I'm Sotilde. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it, or try anyway. Background. Sotilde, I do a little of this, a little of that. Bacola Colossius. He's the owner, he must be around here somewhere. Caius Casades. That old sugar tooth? I'm not sure where he's living now, but ask Bacola Colossius, the owner. He'll know. Okay, so we'll go down and ask him. Actually, let's just go for some advice and some rumors. Everyone knows the Balmora magistrate, Nolus Atreus, is on the take. Thieves, thugs, and murderers are getting ridiculous sentences, or paying a drake and walking free. But they'll never get Atreus. He's got fat cats and family back. Fat cats? Never heard that term before. He's got fat cats and family back in the city to cover him. The Legion champion Larius Varro over at Moonmoth Legion Fort, he's sworn an oath to stop corruption. But I don't see what he can do. Little advice, don't risk a frontal confrontation with anything. When in doubt, sneak. Okay, little secret. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of money to be made looting the Dwarven ruins. Against the law, yes, but where there's a profit to be made, people turn a blind eye. One problem, the artifacts are often made of metal and heavy as hell. Unless you're a big brute, it's tough to carry all that loot away. Me, I carry a divine intervention or an Almsevi intervention scroll. Load up, read the scroll, and I'm back in town with a load of goods. Almsevi intervention, I used one of those scrolls in one of the videos, the ones with the orcs, where Zorana and Cor are stuck in a bad situation with the Thalmor and have to kind of escape it. So that's, ooh, I like that candle design down there. Wait, that's nice. Okay, wait. Oh,
This better be important.
Arathor. I don't believe I've seen an Argonian with such a grand outfit in some time. Okay, so get it from a few people now. It's nice the first time we saw it. But it cements the fact that the perception of beast folk as being nicely dressed
Sweet moon sugar.
moon sugar is not something that a lot of people expect here. So, Sugar Lips Habazi.
You have questions?
Some, yes. Are you looking for me? You want to join the Thieves Guild? Ooh, not now. Sugar Lips Abazi does nothing important. Goodbye, Sugar Lips.
There is much to learn.
There is. Thank you. Okay. Wow, there is a good presence of these folk. And Jesus, these are nicely dressed. He's even more fabulously dressed. I think for a moment things like Cor is like he's kind of gotten used to the idea of being marginalized, but suddenly he's just like, what? There are other people like me who are extremely well dressed and seem to be.
Friend.
Only he stands there. Wow, I'm just gonna have to take that in for a moment. I think even things like Cor is dazzled by the fact that he's discovered such an individual here in the heart of Vardenfell. Okay. So, your name is Sings Like Cor, and you're new in Balmora? Well, my name is Only He Stands There. and I don't mind answering questions. I have nothing else on my mind right now. And if I start to bore you about Morrowind lore, just let me know. Morrowind lore says, the dissident priests challenge certain traditional doctrines of the temple. They also criticize abuses of power by the ordinators and accuse the temple leaders of greed and corruption. Background: I am only he stands there, healer. Yes, this, the south wall. Okay, now I think I'm starting to put on a Khajiit accent. Okay, anyways, what an individual. Do you know, I want to learn about his trade, just before we go onwards. My trade? I am a healer. I have sworn solemn oaths in the College of Restoration to heal the afflicted and cure the diseases, but I've also studied both the unarmed and unarmored martial arts of the Khajiit and the light-armored and blunt weapon styles of the Imperial West, both for self-defense and for disabling or killing dangerous opponents. I sell spells, and I'm a spellmaker who creates spells to your specifications. I can also teach you in my skills for a fee. Nice. We've obviously made a friend here.
So clumsy. All my fault.
No, not at all. Only he stands there.
Much to
Cabin
learn.
girl was looking at me. How can I tell her I'm not interested?
Oh, he has the same voice as Zakushis. I love that. Okay, so Zakushis has a good Breton voice that I will probably be hearing that a few times. Okay. Fainriel. Okay. Bacola Closius. He's the only. He must be around here. Okay, I'm not going to be talking to... Let's move forward. And we've not yet found...
Why do you approach?
I really don't have time for this, so
What makes
make
this
it quick.
smell?
Okay. Closius. Bacola Closius. He has the typical imperial face as well, so definitely the right name for the right person. Good day, I'm Bacola Closius, publican of the South Wall here in Balmora. We rent beds and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help. Okay, someone in particular. Interesting. Okay, none of the Lalo councillors live in Balmora. Nileno Dovain at the council hall is the ranking Lalo local. At the Fighters Guild, Idis Fire Eye is the steward. Ethasi Rilvain is the Morak Tongue steward. Oh yeah, the Morak Tongue, they're out and about in this game as well. That's, yeah, something to remember. Feldrello Sadri is the steward of the Balmora Tribunal Temple. Sugarlips Habazi is a local Thieves Guild boss, who is also just out in the open as a Thieves Guild boss. But sure, this is, as someone also told us, as a few people told us earlier, South Wall is a hub for Thieves Guild. Who am I missing? Mages Guild. Ranis Athris is their steward. Okay, cool. Bacola Closius. Speaking. I'm the owner and proprietor of the South Wall. Okay, great. Caius Casales. Old Caius runs a little bit in basket up the hill up in the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs and down to the end of the street. Okay, I'm actually just going to take that very literally and try to do that. Seems like Cor asks Bacola again, could you just give directions to Caius Casades? This little bit in basket. And then Bacola responds, go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs, and down to the end of the street. Okay, we're going to try that. First of all, I just want to hear his trade. I'm a publican. I have food to buy and beds for lodgers. I also know the neighborhood and can share the local lore, and if you prefer, I can give you a little Morrowind lore. I also am likely to have heard the latest rumors, and I'm happy to share them with you in the spirit of fellowship. Okay, let's hear some rumors. The Legion champion Larius Levaro over at Moonmoth Legion Fort has sworn an oath to stop corruption. He hasn't had much luck going through official channels. The syndicates have got their people covered coming and going. He'll never get anywhere working through the system. He's going to have to find someone who can get him around the system or through the system, like straight and hard through the system. Okay, interesting. We'll have to talk to him at some point. But Coloclocious, okay.
Any time now.
Thank you. I just want to hear one more time. How do we get to Caius Casadus? Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs, down to the end of the street. Okay. Right up the stairs, left at the top of the stairs. Okay, let's try that. So, this goes right. No, wait, left. No, right. And then left. Ah, yes. This says talk to Drasi Arathi, commoner. Latest rumors, House Lalo's squaw herders have had some hard times these last years. If you're heading into the backcountry, always carry a couple of Restore Health, Restore Fatigue, Cure Disease, and Cure Blight potions with you. Little secret, talk to everyone. Talk is cheap. Ask questions. You don't ask, you never learn. Very good. True. Right, let's go into Caius Casadus and be faced with our daddy issues or daddy complexes. Either way you want it. Here he is. Okay, Caius Casadus. Seems like Cor's a bit taken aback by the fact that there is.
What was that?
I don't know, but
What's this about?
Well, it's about a package that I'm supposed to deliver to your report. What? Yes, I'm Caius Casadus, but what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Casadus? What are you talking about? Well, so, you say your name is things like Cor and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it? Yes, sure, here's the package. Yes, very interesting. So, it says here at the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, things like Cor? I suppose, yes. Good. Welcome to the service, novice, things like Cor. Now you belong to the blades, with the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, I can improve your modest skills with our blades trainers now, or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the blades trainers. Okay, let's ask about the blades trainers. These blades agents offer training, not free of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithlen, Chirmalin, and 9 Toes here in Balmora. In Caldera see Suran Liriane. In Aldrun see Gildan. Shorvar Horsemouth lives in a hut west of Aldrun, and Elone the Scout can be found at Ariel's Trade House in Seydenine. Ah yes, Elone. So we have all these trainers and we're gonna get to them eventually, but let's just jump into the orders. First things, Pilgrim, you're new, and you look it. Here's 200 tricks. Go get yourself a decent weapon, or armor, or a spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild, or Mages Guild, or Imperial Cult or Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks. Gain skill and experience, or go out on your own. Look for freelance work, or trouble. Then, when you're ready, come back and I'll have orders for you. Whew. This is where it starts. Let's ask about freelance work. You can always just wander around and ask for work. Hunt monsters and sell their hides. Collect ingredients for alchemists. Prey on bandits and smugglers. Search ruins for loot. All you need are better skills and conditioning, and knowledge of Morrowind, and spend what you earn on equipment and training, and come back a little less wet behind the ears, and I don't have to worry so much about you when I send you out on a mission. Okay. We're going to be talking a bit more with Caius Casadas in the future. There's a lot there to him that we probably don't realize and that we probably never will find out, but delighted to have finally made it here. And will we be taking advantage of Caius Casadas' bed? It is a small hut, and I feel that...
How can I help you?
I feel like sleeping with Caius Casadas also means sleeping with his trauma, which I'm not really ready for yet, or things like Cor is not ready for that yet. So I think actually it'll be appropriate if we went to the South Wall Corner Club and... Boy, that was a big one. Made that our... Stay for the night. Let's stay here for the night. So we'll ask Macaulay Colossus. We rent beds. We have one available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? Yes. Very well. The bed is yours for the day. You'll find the door over there unlocked. I trust Balmora will treat you well. Thank you.
Go ahead, stranger.
Log level unlocked. Whew. What a day. And what an adventure. Thank you so much for keeping up with this. We went a lot longer than last time, which I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you've stayed along with it. We'll be finding an identity, as Caius Casadas wanted us to do here in the next episode. So that of course involves us getting to terms with our new presence here in Vvardenfell after having been a proud citizen of Cyrodiil. We're now far away from home, we're far away from our usual friends and our family, and we now have to make things work here in this new place. But for now I'm gonna give things like Cor a bit of rest, and he's probably gonna sleep for, let's just say, 24 hours, because sometimes we really feel like we need that. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will be catching you next week.